See it as I am. Carbon dual volt Gen motor. DC input at 5.7 volts and 47 amps. You're looking at 685 out at 263. And if you do 11.4 volts at 24 amps, you should get the 685 to 263 out of it. 6600 RPM. 60, so that's what, 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 186. Can't see that right there very well. But this is the unit. Clear reversal, so whether or not you're using mercury powered or DC wet or even dry. It's got the mounting plate that does not go on the stabilizer bracket. It has all the bushings. I've looked at them. They're not in the worst shape in the world, but they could use a little cleanup. And the closest thing I think I've got to power this, I could use my capacitor tester because it goes up to a couple thousand volts, but I've got this regulated, low volt 6.3 and then 300 at 700 milliamps. This little guy, that's a power supply for their tie-on benches. And then I've got a 5 at 20 amps, and then I've got a 24 volt at 25 or 40 amps, depends on how I bridge it on inside. If I do the not right thing, I've got that 12 at 15, but I don't think I have a bucket ladder anymore to bring that up. But I might be able to do something. But yeah, that's it. Carter dual volt Gen motor. I used to have the World War II vintage radio, and it needed a Gen motor, but I saw where there were conversions for this that were done in the Supply magazine 1940, 1950s, where like people were tearing the Gen motors out and they were putting in a solid state replacement power. This and this is sort of like a low power due for that. There's also a 5Y3 GT or a 5X4G tube setup that you can do to fire these as well. But I've also got high powered supplies out of flat screen TVs. They're putting out like 600 volts, 500 milliamps. That might have been able to run something on this too if we step it up. I don't know. I haven't really played with it. Just got it the other day, freezing my butt off. Got a couple other things going on. I'm working on this old realistic tuner down here. It's freaking missing half of the FM band. Once I get up over like 85.5, it just tanks on me, but the whole FM section works. So, and if I take the front end and I pipe it in directly into the tuning cap, I'm only getting about 60% of the channels, and that's weird because I got it attenuated for like 35 dB and it's just not coming through. So the front end of this FM unit is blown, but I'm not going to fix that today because you didn't see, my shop is actually starting to come back together. Oh my god, I got all new piles of stuff over there. Look at these amps. I already fixed all three of these. That one down there at the bottom is a little quiet, so I gotta see what's going on with that. Probably a couple of the 8225 op amps, but I got piles of those. And that Ibanez is fixed in now. That record player's done. Those two Denons are going to be sold because nobody's going to update the firmware for me. I got multiple stacks of same models of VCRs, so maybe 1 out of 3 for each, and then parts. And that shit's coming together eventually. It's all coming. I'm going to be selling that sweep right there. I think I'm going to keep this one. And then I have another one back behind there. Then I got 2 single gens. That's my old cap tester. I need to rebuild that. That's my SX99. These all work right here. The Sony setups down there and that little micro GE TV. Freaking love it. Works great. scopes are working, digital multimeters working, frequency counters working, function generators working. I got this cute little black and white TV. Oh, I'm gonna check that out soon. And yeah, other than the big pile of shit that's on the workbench, that's about it. But yeah, for this guy, there it is. Carter Motor Co. Chicago Illy. Serial. That's it right there. See what you can find on it, but yeah,